John Airy here with AintItCool.com, talking today about Chow Yun-fat's latest film, The Assassins. This period piece features some lavish production design, some dense political intrigue, and a solid performance from one of Asia's top leading men. Fat portrays Cao Cao, a powerful military warlord who wants to unify China under the Han Dynasty, but his family, his emperor, and his hidden political rivals, well, they all have other plans. While Cao Cao spends his days plotting out a plan for a new China, free from war and hunger, his enemies cultivate a group of kidnapped children into cunning and ruthless assassins. Two of these assassins, young lovers enlisted into a secret mission to kill Cao Cao, work through their conflicted feelings to gain access to the target. If they succeed, they gain their independence, but all of China could fall into war. If they choose not to kill the King of Wei, they will stay servants, forever kept apart. While there are a few epic action scenes involving legions of Chinese warriors in armor battling on the grounds of ancient castles and keeps, this is much more of an historic melodrama. Who can Cao Cao really trust? Will he fall in love with the woman sent to kill him? Will our young assassins get their happy ending? Having very little knowledge of the history of the Three Kingdoms or the Han Dynasty, I can't really talk to the historical accuracy of the assassins, but to me, it doesn't really matter here. We're given a cast of characters with clear objectives and strong motivations. Then they're set into dramatic motion with betrayals, inspired twists, and earned outcomes. The plot flows through Chow Yun-fat's character and his strategic thinking. The methodical planning that helped him defeat China's greatest warlords also helps him keep his political enemies on their heels. That's part of the fun. We get to see his military skill put to the test on the battleground of public sentiment and politicking. He keenly roots out his enemies with the tools of a master tactician, sometimes shaming them into admission with public displays of grandstanding, while other times relying on the cold steel of the sword. It's a pleasure to see him work through his problems. While I enjoyed the mechanics of the story, it was the production design that stole the show for me. Maybe I'm just a sucker for ancient Chinese costume design, but each piece of ridiculously detailed armor and each decadently styled royal robe created eyegasms. The colors and fine details found within the clothing and the sets, well, they're just a joy to look at. A few times I found myself paying more attention to the surroundings of the characters and what they are wearing more than their words. I doubt the filmmakers intended to upstage the actors with these brilliant aesthetic details, but as a viewer, I didn't mind. On the downside, there are a lot of characters to follow, especially early on. I found myself constantly mixing up the performers and their relation to Cao Cao. It took me a while to get comfortable in the plot and understand the social hierarchy of the culture. The film deserves your full attention. If you plan to watch it while you're updating your Twitter feed, the subtitles will eat you alive. Perhaps the greatest compliment I can pay towards The Assassins is this: it makes me want to learn more about Chinese history. Maybe it's time I take on all 4 hours of John Woo's Red Cliff. But those are just my thoughts. Let me know what you think. You can leave your comments below and keep checking in with AintItCool.com for more news and reviews. I'm John Airy.